what's up? My name's Gracie, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a pregnancy update. So I do want to say, before I start, this is not my room. It's my boyfriend's sister's room. It just has better lighting than mine does. And if you see the light in my glasses, it's because I am literally sitting right in front of a window. Yeah. Also, my hair is a little messy. I couldn't get it to not frizz up right here, so don't mind that. Anyways, to the video. I am going to go ahead and talk about my first trimester. So I am 16 weeks, meaning I'm in my second trimester in 4 months. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about my first trimester, how that went, some details about that, since this is my first video in general, so I've never given an update on that. So I want to go ahead and talk about my first trimester and how I'm adjusting into my second trimester and how that's going, all of the symptoms that I've been having. So, also, I want to talk about school, because I am 17 and I'm going into my senior year, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about that in this video as well. Anyways, let's just get right into it. So, my first trimester, I was not as sick as most women are during their first trimester, I would say. I'm really just saying that because I didn't have any morning sickness. Morning sickness was not something that I had at all. I was very, very nauseous, very, very dizzy, and extremely tired all of the time, all day, every day. That was what was going on. Definitely very moody. I don't know. I recognize that I was a little more moody than usual, so yeah. Also, I had a bit of acid reflux, definitely more towards the beginning, the very, very beginnings, when I was finding out that I was pregnant, a little bit before I found out I was pregnant, and a little bit after, but then it kind of went away, but it kind of didn't. I'll get more into that. But yeah, I did throw up. During my first trimester, I did throw up. So just because you don't have morning sickness definitely does not mean that you will not throw up. I threw up 3 different times. I said 3 and I did 4 fingers. Anyways, I threw up 3 different times. 2 times we were at 2 different doctor appointments, and 1 time was literally because I had a sour gummy worm, and my body just didn't like it, I guess. The babies didn't like it or something. Anyways, so the other times I threw up actually was, so with your first appointment, you go in and they tell you, yeah, you are pregnant. They go over some stuff with you, and then they have to check the heartbeat and to make sure that none of your, I'm pretty sure it's to make sure none of your organs are inflated or something like that. And then they have to check you for infection. So that part was the part that definitely made me throw up. I don't really know what it was about that made me throw up, but it made me throw up. Then the second time was when I had to go get my blood drawn, and I kid you not, I walked into that room and I see 11 tubes of blood that needs to be filled up. Not of blood, but that, you guys get what I mean. It needed to be filled up with blood. So that did freak me out. And I've always had this fear of needles and I guess pain, not pain, but just stuff going inside me. I don't like it. I never have, and I've always been really freaked out about it. So yeah, that made me pretty dizzy afterwards, and then I threw up. And honestly, for the rest of the day, I was not really feeling good at all. I was just having a bad day. Other than that, though, that pretty much sums up my symptoms for my first trimester, I would say. there was nothing really big, because I know that there's a lot of other women, you know, who have more sickness or more like fevers or stuff, and I never got that. I do want to say though, my first ultrasound, which at this point has been my only ultrasound, it was interesting because, you know, we were all getting used to the idea of having a new baby into the family. You know, we were all getting used to, my boyfriend and I, like, we're gonna be parents, like, okay, we got this, you know, we're gonna be good parents, we're gonna, you know, yeah. Anyways, she puts the ultrasound thingy. The first thing I see is two little, like, it looks like two little sacs, and I believe I was 10 weeks pregnant by this point. I believe my first ultrasound was at 10 weeks, and that's because I wasn't able to get an appointment earlier because they had a lot of spots filled or something like that. But anyways, my first ultrasound was at 10 weeks. She puts it on there, and I see two sacs. So honestly, I look at it, and I've never gotten an ultrasound, because I know there's people, you know, you get ultrasounds for different things other than just, you know, seeing if you're pregnant or not, or seeing the babies, or, you know. I've never seen my uterus, so I thought my uterus was just shaped weird. I don't know, because I have heard of cases where there are women who have uteruses that are shaped like kind of like a heart, or that are just shaped weird. So I thought that was my case, and yeah, it wasn't. She was like, yeah, so here are your twins, as if me and my boyfriend already knew. We were very surprised. We were like, oh my gosh, those are what? So yeah, we were having twins. We are having twins. Yeah, that was definitely an interesting day. It was a big day for us, I would say. Oh, also, another thing that has happened to me throughout my pregnancy, my first trimester, was my stomach has gotten so much hair. Like, I don't know why. I don't know the reason for it. I do know it's because I'm pregnant, because I've read up on it, and I've asked the doctor about it, and I've asked other people, like my boyfriend's mom, about it. They all say, yeah, you know, that's normal, that's a thing that happens during pregnancy. But it is so weird. Like, it's so weird to me. And it does not go away until after you have the baby, sorry. Which was kind of, it's interesting, definitely pretty weird. I don't know why it happens. Like, it's like around it's weird. Anyways. Yeah, so that pretty much sums up my first trimester. So now on to my second trimester. I am 16 weeks, so I do want to say, I have heard a lot of people say that, you know, your second trimester is supposed to be the honeymoon stage of pregnancy, and it makes you feel like super energetic, and you're fine, you know, you start to get the hang of it, like you feel, you know. I have still been very tired. I will say I have not been getting as nauseous or as dizzy. It's still there, but it's not as much. But I definitely am still getting tired. I do feel more energetic though, I have to say. I feel like I am getting a little more stuff done, because I feel a little more energetic than I did my first trimester. So yeah, that's there, but then it's like, oh my gosh, I need to sit down, also my what's it called, the acid reflux did get worse, at least for these past 2 weeks. So my 15th week and my 16th week, I have been having a lot of acid reflux, So that's kind of annoying. Oh, I do want to say, 15th week, I threw up. I did throw up one time in the morning, and it was just, I woke up and I just felt the acidity in my stomach and in my throat, and it was gross, and it just would not go away until I threw up. Like, it was just, yeah, it's gross. I hate talking about throw up. For my 15th week checkup, I was told that I am 103 pounds. It's always been really hard for me to gain weight in general. Like pre-pregnancy, I was never really able to gain over 100 pounds or even 100 pounds. It was really hard for me for that. I honestly couldn't tell you why. So the doctor told me, you have to gain, I want you to set a goal to gain at least 35 to 40 pounds throughout your pregnancy. And it's just so that the babies can grow as much as possible, so that they can, have enough space to grow. And he basically said, just eat whatever you want, whenever you want, but don't force yourself to eat. So that's kind of what I'm doing. He gave me a list of things that were, that they helped me gain weight, and milkshakes was one of them. And so literally ever since then, I've been craving a milkshake, and I still have not gotten it. So that's kind of disappointing, but I will get one pretty soon. Yeah, also I was told that I tested positive for tuberculosis. I can't really say it right, but and if you don't know what that is, from what I understood, it's basically an infection that attacks your lungs. The doctor did say that just because you test positive doesn't actually mean you have it. It can just mean that you were exposed to it one time throughout your entire life. Like, you were just exposed to it, so not necessarily you're sick. And he doesn't think I have it, mostly because I haven't been coughing or haven't, any of that. So hopefully this week, I am gonna go get my x-rays done, and I'm gonna have a protective shield over my stomach, although the doctor did say that the x-rays won't harm the babies whatsoever, mostly because they already have their organs are fully formed. Yeah, so that's that. He does, after, postpartum, I'm going to have to take some medication just for the tuberculosis to get completely out of my system. That way it doesn't actually attack me in the future, I was also told that I have a negative blood type, so at 28 weeks, I'm going to get a shot, which I'm not excited about, but also at birth I'm probably gonna have to get another shot too, just because of my blood type, and just to make sure that my blood cells don't try to get rid of one or both of the babies. Yeah, so this is my bump at 16 weeks. So 16 weeks pregnant. I honestly feel like I have a small bump, but I am a very small person. And when I went to school, I went to school yesterday, and the counselor was like, yeah, you do look a little bigger than a lot of first time moms that I've seen. And I was like, yeah. Because she said that after I told her I was having twins. Talking about school, I want to get to the topic of that. So, definitely one of the very first things that I was concerned about when I found out I was pregnant was graduating high school, because even if I have to hold off on college, if I have to, whatever like further education basically, even if I have to hold off on that. I want to make sure that I get a diploma, my high school diploma, you know, and I don't want to be one of those people who, like, no hate towards them. I personally, I want to get my high school diploma over with, you know what I mean? And out of the way. That way it doesn't haunt me later on in life, is what I'm trying to say. So, I got moved schools, and in this school, thank God, I only have to go once a week for only an hour, which is awesome. And I was told that if I stay on track, I do all my homework, you know, do all my assignments, pass all my classes, I can literally graduate in December. So that's just, I can graduate by the end of this semester, basically. This semester, so the semester ends probably like mid-December, a little bit like between the beginning and mid-December, so around that area is that timing, I guess, is when the semester ends. So hopefully, I'm not gonna say hopefully, I'm gonna say that I am, just so that I'm thinking more, I'm putting that in my brain. By that time, I will have my high school diploma and I will finish high school. That way, when the babies are born, so I am due January 29th. So when the babies are born, I want to be done with high school. I'm only gonna have to, you know, I'm only gonna have to be focusing on the babies, which is honestly something so awesome to me. I do want to say though, I am having to gain at least 1.5 credits every week to do this, right, to graduate. So I'm only going to school for an hour a week, but throughout that entire time I am having homework. So I'm doing a lot of classes but online, and they're giving me all of my classes at one time that I have to do. They're giving it to me all at once. That way I could just finish it, get it over with, you know. So I just definitely have to do a lot of good time management and get used to doing that. Yeah, that's really honestly all I can think of. I realize I say honestly a lot. That's kind of annoying. I have to work on that. But yeah, so I will be doing a lot more, maybe not a lot more, but I will be doing more pregnancy updates, just to let you guys know how I'm doing and how the babies are. Okay, so the ending part of that video actually just, like, it cut off for some reason, and I'm not about to film that entire thing again. But basically, thank you for watching my video, and I will be posting definitely a lot more. Not a lot more, I haven't been posting. I mean, literally it's my first video, but I will be posting a lot. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.